Hey guys, it is Saturday. You guys know why I'm here. You guys know why I'm live. You know why I'm live. You know why I go live every Saturday at and around this time, if I can. Because it's not always a guarantee that I'll go live at exactly 3:30, which is when I want to. Because if I go live at that time and I go for about like an hour long live stream, I will still have at least some time left over, like maybe at least 30 minutes to an hour left over for me to be able to do stuff that I want to do. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm currently actually, what I was doing was I was playing my Madden mobile game. I'm still playing it somewhat while I'm going live because I feel like I can still talk to you guys and still play the game at the same time. So you guys know why I'm here. It's Wrestling Week in Review podcast / live stream number 41. And I cannot believe, and yes, I mean, what has happened this week has been nothing short of crazy. We got the WrestleMania kickoff press conference happening this past Thursday on Peacock. I actually did watch it. I did watch it live as it was happening. So I was able to see everything that happened. I saw Bianca Belair. I saw Triple H open. I saw Bianca Belair sort of have a moment. I saw Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch have a face off. Hey, Dro. Thank you for coming. And Dro, The Rock and Roman Reigns will be at SmackDown next week. I actually cannot wait to see that. Because it's going to be interesting to see how they book this going into WrestleMania. Clearly, Rock is a heel again, which I think is the best thing for him. I mean, what exactly did he expect was going to happen going into this week? Did he just think that? Did he just assume that the fans were just going to accept him versus Roman Reigns as the night 2 main event of WrestleMania? It just was never going to happen. They were never going to accept it. They were always going to boo. And I think Rock as a heel is great because I've now seen Rock sort of heel run from 2003, and it was great. I think that was when he debuted the so-called rock concert, where he would just have a guitar and he would just sing a little song that was like, it meant nothing. It was basically a song just I guess he did it to sort of make fun of the people, fun of the fans. Yeah, definitely. I think that may have been his best theme, actually. And I know he did one, and I know he did a memorable rock concert to when he made fun of Vicky Guerrero. That was very funny. I've seen that now at least 5 times, and that's never not funny. Then again, Vicky Guerrero getting abused by The Rock probably had it coming. Getting abused verbally in song, she probably had it coming. I mean, it started out like he was actually complimenting her and stuff, but then the obvious happened, and then the obvious insults started, and her facial expression immediately changed from, "Oh, thank you, Rock," to, "Oh, crap." But hey, you guys know why I'm live. Wrestling Week in Review. Like I said, this week has been nothing short of chaotic, to say the least. Like I said, Rock turned heel basically this week. Went on Pat McAfee's show and called Cody Rhodes, some Cody Rhodes fans, Cody crybabies. I might have to watch the full interview to see what we're looking at, but I know the majority of what was said. Like, you guys see, I'm drinking my Powerade mixed berry flavor. Thank you guys for the 4/5 people. What? Is that even true, Danny? Is that true, Danny? Don't lie to me. I mean, I know you wouldn't, but that just seems like so weird. Like, The Rock and Roman Reigns were basically. Paul Heyman basically told Triple H, hey, Rock and Roman, they're coming next week to sort of have a talk with you about this whole situation, about this problem. Well, there really isn't a problem, because like Triple H said on SmackDown, he's the guy that makes all of the big booking decisions as far as who books the matches. That's Triple H's job, not Rock, not Roman. Is Roman Reigns on the creative team? No. Is The Rock on the creative team? No. Is The Rock head of creative? No. Is Roman head of creative? No. So, yeah. The buck stops with Triple H and nobody else. But let's get into it. Monday Night Raw started out with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Okay. Now I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to, because I don't always check and see if there's like live chat replay on my live streams. I mean, I have it set up to where it should allow me to replay the live chat even after the live stream's over with. But if you want to, you can just go to my recent community post where I basically said from 20 minutes ago, where I said live stream in 20 minutes, and you can just copy and paste the link there, so that way I'll definitely see it. But makes a lot of sense that they're suspended by Triple H, considering what happened this week. Also, is anybody here besides me watching tomorrow's Super Bowl? Because I'm watching it, and I'm going to be rooting for the 49ers, mainly because I have seen enough of Kansas City in the Super Bowl recently, and I just feel like Kansas City has been what the Patriots were at one point, which was that dominating team that you just always expected to either at least be in the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl. And I just don't think they really need this win. I think they've already won 2 Super Bowls already, and I don't think they need a third one. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired of the Taylor Swift thing as well. I'm not sure what any of you guys think of that, but I'm just getting tired of it. Oh, okay, Dro. Well, I hope you have a great time watching it. I know my family's gonna have a great time watching it, and we're gonna have a lot of food to eat. Probably like meatballs, meat and cheese, maybe some pizza, maybe pizza. I don't know what we're gonna have. I mean, I had pizza tonight. I had pizza today for lunch, which was left over from Monday, when Mom went out to get some. But back to the show. Monday Night Raw opened up with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Basically, this was before the press conference on Thursday, so we still haven't necessarily gotten Cody Rhodes' decision. And so basically, Seth Rollins told Cody, look, man, I know this isn't the title you want. But from what happened on Friday, it looks like you don't have any other choice. Oh, hey, Nate. Nate, the moderator on my channel. The only guy I'd be willing to make a mod on my channel. Nate. Just so you know, Nate, I'm just saying if I win the global title at Eliminator Chamber, because there is not a guarantee that I will. I'm not telling you that I will win the global title at Elimination Chamber. I'm just saying if I do, then I will give you the title. I will give you the title. Because, because like Moxley could win, Maroney could win. I mean, any member of the Unholy Alliance could win if they just pad each other's points on. And also because they're really good at trivia. And not to say that I'm not, it's just that sometimes I'm just not as good. There are just certain nights where I'm just not as good as I should be, as I know I should be. But that's not why we're here. But I just thought I'd let you know. I'm still going to give you the global title if I do win it at Elimination Chamber. I don't know. And I know that Matt, well, I mean, you do kind of. But then again, that's also because of the Unholy Alliance. They sort of make you do things. They've made you do things just to spite me, and just to make me unhappy and mad. So that's not necessarily your fault. It's kind of their fault for... But again, that's not why I'm here. I know you can't control it. I know. It's not your fault. It's not... You don't... Yeah, when they tell you to do something, your most instinct is like, I better do it, because I don't want to get on their bad side. I don't want them to get mad at me. I don't want them to start targeting me and start me like they've done to me on multiple times. Yeah, you can't say no. Especially when they quote unquote promise you things that they're probably not gonna deliver on. Yeah, like they've done to me on multiple occasions. Outside of the live stream, obviously. Yeah, and when they quote unquote promise you things that they're probably not gonna deliver on. So I'm really one of the few people that's willing to actually promise you something and deliver on that promise, like I've done recently. You've asked for some things recently, and I've been like, yes. But yeah, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Then in comes out Drew McIntyre. I did not expect Drew McIntyre to be out there for that segment, but he did come out. And he actually was... As much as Drew McIntyre does not like Seth Rollins, I think you would agree that, yeah, I gave both titles to you at times. Yes, you did vacate them, but that's okay, because like you said, you wanted the winner of the title to be decided via trivia. And I actually do respect that. And I actually respect that, so. Hey, Austin, thank you for coming. If any of you guys are here and you want to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. I'm also trying to get monetized. So if there's any of you that want to run any of my playlists, like shorts, videos, and live streams, then feel free to do so. I'm trying to make it to 3,000 watch hours. Okay, well, thanks for coming anyways, Nate. I know some people, they can't stay for for the whole live stream, but they can come for as long as they can. And I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate them coming for as long as they can. So Drew McIntyre basically tells Cody, see you Monday, Nate. Drew McIntyre actually tells Cody, listen, man, I don't think you should go after Seth's title. I think you should finish the story, and I think you should face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And I think obviously the reason why he's saying to Cody you should finish the story, I mean, the reason why Drew McIntyre basically sided with Cody Rhodes saying that he should finish the story, not just because he knows what it's like to face the bloodline head on and lose, but because he also would rather have Seth Rollins all to himself. So, and it does look like, and now Drew McIntyre has officially qualified for the men's Elimination Chamber match. I'll get to that when we get to SmackDown. This was a great opening segment, which culminated in Drew McIntyre attacking both Seth Rollins, I think, pretty sure, and maybe Cody Rhodes too. I can't remember, but I do know he attacked Cody Rhodes after his main event match, which is Nakamura. We got Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch promos before their match at for their Elimination Chamber qualifying match. This was for the Elimination Chamber match to determine who will face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher, thank you for coming. How are you? What else? I haven't checked his live that channel out, but I'm gonna have to at some point. And yes, he did put his link in the chat. Anybody that wants Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher, I don't know if you would like to be a mod. If you don't need to be, then I don't need to make you a mod. But anybody that wants to like connect with any other people in the live stream, feel free to do so. Austin Benninger, his wrestling live stream, Austin Benninger did put his link in the chat, so anybody that wants to connect with other people in the live chat, feel free to do so. And no, Nate, you do not. Oh, okay, BC. You don't have to be him. Yeah, it's okay, Nate. Then we got Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. This was a pretty decent match, actually. Went about 10 minutes. 10 minutes for a spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Becky Lynch did win. So she is in the Elimination Chamber match. We got a Liv Morgan interview later on, shortly after, where she talks about getting quote-unquote revenge on, and that revenge entitles Rhea Ripley. I know, Nate. I know, Nate, but it wasn't an accident. I don't think it was. We all know Rory's feelings towards me. He doesn't like me. I actually don't think Rory's banned on my channel, so if he wants to come on here at any point, feel free to do so, but I'm not going to stop him. Anybody that wants to come and watch me live is free to do so. I don't ban anybody from my live streams unless I see that they might be a bot or troll account, and if that's the case, then bam, they're gone. No, it was, if it was wrong. Oh, yes, I did. I did change. I had to, because I was dealing with a lot of troll accounts, one of which was, I had apparently don't even know how, but I made them a mod, and they were timing out people all the time, so I literally had to get rid of all my mod positions and just start from scratch. And so far, I have only made mods out of people who I know I can trust, people that I do know and that I can trust. I think I have at least 2 or 3 manager mods, one of which is Danny Staten. He's almost always here, and I do trust him to get rid of all of the troll accounts and bot accounts. Then again, I know all of you guys will do it too, all of the other. I can't remember who it was. It has been so long. But I do know who the rogue mod is on Matt's channel, and that is King L Moxley. I mean, if all of the screenshots I posted to Facebook aren't proof enough, then I just don't know what to say. Oh, and Nate, you should have seen what Moxley had to say in response to a community post I did on that community post I did on Wednesday. I had a doctor's appointment this past Wednesday because I've been having problems with swallowing food. I'm not entirely sure. It was just like one of those. It was one of my Wrestling Weekend Review live streams, and I had a doctor's appointment this past Wednesday where I was, for my problems that I've been having with my throat and being able to swallow food. And apparently Moxley had a fun and interesting response to that. No, it wasn't Balto. Balto has never been on my channel. I don't think so. Besides, he's not a mod on my channel, so it couldn't be him. And Nate, do you want to know what he said? What his response was? Because he shared my community post with a very interesting response. Yeah. And also, if you also want, I can post the screenshot that I took. I'll just post the screenshot that I took to my community tab, and you can just take a look at it whenever you can. But on with the show, we also got, and I don't know. Look, Nate, I don't know. I don't know when it was. Woo! Wow, 6 people live, 6 people watching, and 8 likes. That I like. Can we make it to 10? As far as likes go, can we make it to 10? I think we can. Also, we got an in-ring promo from Rhea Ripley. Okay, it's okay. It's okay, Chief. I know some people can't. I know not everybody can run me and a bunch of other people at the same time. Yeah, I'm excited for Retro Week as well, Nate. I cannot wait to see who comes on the Match channel. As far as people that maybe I haven't seen in a long time. Nate, just so you know, that guy is just bad news. Just you don't need, all you need to know is that he's just not a good person. Shane Hendy, not a good person. I thought he was, but turns out he's not as good of a person as I thought. No, Matt's not going to invite him because he also knows how not so good of a person he is. There are some people that just won't be showing up, and then there are some people who are a good person. They just don't show up. They're just not going to show up because apparently they don't want to. Obviously, Matt talked about one guy that he sent an invite to last night, and the guy was like, "No, I'm not showing up. It's been such and such years, and I don't want anything to do with you." Well, I don't know exactly all the gist of it because it was last night, and I don't really remember. Oh, okay, Angry Snowman. Okay, okay. I couldn't remember for some reason. Great. I'm 26 years old and I'm forgetting things. Great. I'll have Alzheimer's by the time I'm 30. Or 40, whichever comes first. Well, we got a Rhea Ripley promo. She talked about her upcoming Elimination Chamber PLE match against Nia Jax. There's apps, to be honest, although I would have liked for them to maybe actually do Liv Morgan for this map, for this Elimination Chamber, I think it actually makes a lot more sense that they're going with Nia Jax because it's going to be in Australia. Even though Rhea Ripley is technically supposed to be a heel at this point, I just don't know how Australia is going to boo Rhea Ripley unless she claims to be a terrorist. Never met Kenny. I'm not sure who you mean by Kenny. Although there's probably some people that I don't even know that have been on Matt's channel before that I don't even know. Yeah, I know you were probably talking about someone from Matt's channel. Nia Jax comes out again to quote unquote flatten Rhea Ripley. Breezy, he is cool. Breezy is cool. I actually don't know where he's living now, but I know he used to live in Florida, but then he might be back in Washington. I don't know where he lives. But it's been quite a long time since I've seen him. But for the last few months or so, we've had a guy come on the live stream named Mister, and he claimed to be Mike Breezy. So I'm just wondering if that is him. Mister. The picture, his profile picture had the picture of a husky puppy. It was like a puppy. It was a husky. So I don't know if that was him or not. But he did claim to be on one of my community posts where he commented on it. But yeah, this match between Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax, it's definitely going to be a slugfest for sure. Rhea Ripley, obviously, retaining the title here at the Women's Chamber. There's no way she loses. She's going to get... I don't know who Sheriff Doge is, but I think that might be the same person, although I'm not sure. Can't remember. Now, who in hell is Humpty Dumpty Pants? Of all people, who's that? But yeah, thank you guys for the 9 likes. Thank you. Thank you, people. I do appreciate it. Oh, ha ha. Ha ha, Nate. Real funny. Real funny. We also got what I thought was the worst match of the entire night. Just didn't need to be there. It was there just to be there. Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupri versus Valhalla and Ivar. Yes, they have been feuding for what seems like forever, but I just don't think it needed to happen. Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm not going to make any troll accounts. I don't know, Dro, because they now have made it so Kevin Owens and they made Kevin Owens and Logan Paul do qualifying matches for the Elimination Chamber, and I thought that, and even Logan Paul mentioned it on SmackDown. I thought that Nick Aldis was supposed to announce Logan Paul's next opponent for the United States title, and I had a feeling they were going to go with Kevin Owens because that's where they seemed to be leading going into last Friday, not this past Friday, which was yesterday, but last Friday on the 2nd. What? Who was my something in your stream last week? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Brian. I mean, Nate. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Ah. Oh, hello, Triple H. Triple H. Speaking of head of creative, it's Triple H. Well, that's nice to see you here. Like I said, that was my worst match of that night. Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree versus Valhalla and Ivar. We also got Miz versus JD McDonough. Miz wins after interference from R-Truth. I don't think it is, but again, I don't care if he's here, if Triple H account is here. So I actually don't think it's Moxley, but I don't mind that he's here. Miz wins in about 8 minutes. Not bad, just not really needed. We got a Sami Zayn interview. He talked about how he wants to be a champion this year. I totally could see it happening at some point. We also got a CM Punk promo. Basically talked about his injury and how he's gonna... Because I don't mind you being here, because I don't really know why. I guess it's just your name. And I like Triple H. Better than Vince McMahon. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not a Vince McMahon fan. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And I probably never will be, especially after these allegations. And yes, he is guilty, okay? I don't want to hear any of this innocent crap from anybody. I don't want to hear anybody say that Vince McMahon is innocent and that Janelle Grant is a B word who is basically just trying to get some money here or whatever they want to say. Vince is guilty. He's guilty. Sorry. But that's just my feelings on it, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. We also got a fatal 4-way tag team match. This was to determine who will face the winners of this past Friday Night SmackDown's fatal 4-way tag team match that involved Pretty Deadly, I think it was the OC, British Strong Style. I don't hate them. I just dislike them, and I just don't know why they hate Cody Rhodes. But I don't hate anybody. I just dislike them, and I just don't know why they hate Cody Rhodes. That's all. That's all I got to say on that. And I can't remember who was the 14. Oh, no, it was Pretty Deadly, British Strong Style of Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne versus LWO versus Legado 2.0. British Strong Style won that match. This match is to determine who will face them last night and who will get a shot at the tag team titles at Elimination Chamber. I did expect DIY to win, even though any of these teams could have won, except the heel team of Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. I just didn't think they were going to get a shot at, man, a heel versus heel tag team. Would have been a nice match, maybe. Would it have been good? Probably not, because you would just be getting two heel teams. I thought it was going to be either the Creed brothers or DIY. DIY do win in about 13, 14 minutes. A really good tag team match, but I honestly didn't think the winners were that much of a. It wasn't necessarily an unpredictable match, because I totally, as soon as I saw that DIY was in the match, I thought probably they're gonna win, and they did. It was a great match. We also got a tag team title rematch. Now him, I actually do kind of hate. I do kind of hate Moxley, not just for the fact that he hates Cody Rhodes, but for what he has done to me over the last basically 2 years that I've now known him. 2.5 years since I've known him, so that's another reason why. We also got a tag team title rematch, women's tag team title rematch. Kabuki Warriors versus Katana Chance and Kayden Carter. This match was okay, but I don't think anybody really cared about this match, because when I watched this on YouTube, when they post, I don't know about that. Come on, I'm sorry, but the things he says, like, do you really expect fans to just stop caring about Cody Rhodes 3 months into his title reign? Well, yeah, and we're gonna get it. We're going to get it eventually. I mean, did you really expect the match to happen this year simply because The Rock wants it? The Rock is not head of creative. The Rock is not head of creative. He can't book the matches. It's not Rock's decision. It's not Roman's decision who he faces at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble and gets to decide who he faces at WrestleMania. Yes, he did technically say that he is not going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and that but still, when he hasn't technically made his decision as far as who he wants to face, then it doesn't matter what he says. He can still choose Roman Reigns, but we will have to get an explanation as to why he said that, and hopefully we will get it within the next couple of weeks as far as why he said, yes, I want you, not at WrestleMania though. Hopefully that's next week when The Rock and Roman are supposed to be there, because that's going to be one hell of a show, no matter what, because I cannot wait to hear what The Rock and Roman have to say, not just to Cody Rhodes, but to Triple H. That is going to be a definite powder keg. But yes, Kabuki Warriors versus Katana Chance, Kayden Carter, title rematch. The crowd, I don't even think was involved. I don't even think the crowd was even into this match at all. Kabuki Warriors obviously win, and that was it. Gunther, also, he celebrated his 600th day as Intercontinental Champion. The best Intercontinental Champion of all time. Don't you even try to tell me that there is someone much better than him. Just based off of how good of a wrestler Gunther is, and based off of the fact that he is now the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, it's a no-brainer. Some might say Honky Tonk Man, mainly because of just how long he held the title, but did he actually defend it a whole lot of times? I don't actually think so. I don't think he really defended it a whole lot during that reign, so you can't really judge his title reign as being one of the best, just simply based off of how long he held the title. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I even what I did a remix of that video of that particular portion of the video where they upload that WWE uploaded. It was funny. It was funny. How did he defend it that many times? I don't remember it being that many times. I don't know. I mean, WrestleMania. Actually, no, never have. Actually, there's a video. If you guys are subscribed or are unsubscribed to a channel called WrestleMania, who they do a lot of wrestling news and review, wrestling news and rumors videos, as well as a bunch of like top 10 videos. They did a video a while back. On greatest champions, where they looked at the greatest champions for every WWE title that has ever existed. And when they talk about the greatest, who they thought of as the greatest IC champion, Gunther was their pick. Yes, they talked about how Honky Tonk Man could be in that conversation, but it's basically, well, they even talked about how he infrequently defended the title. Yeah, that's definitely the longest women's title reign ever, and that will never be broken. Ever. I don't think it'll ever be broken. But yeah, we also got Gunther had a promo. He talked about how there's nobody else who can take the title off him. He's beaten everybody. Oh yeah, definitely. He's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes him, but I do. I think he's a great wrestler, and I think that's all you need to know. Roman will break it. No, Roman Reigns is not a woman's wrestler. He can't just win the women's title and then hold it for 10,180 days. You said 171 days? That's not going to happen. He'll be an old man by that time, basically. We got Jey Uso. We got Jey Uso coming out, and now it looks like they will be setting up a match between Jey Uso and Gunther at Elimination Chamber for the Intercontinental Championship. What I could see happening is they could have Jimmy Uso come out, cost Jey the match, which will get the Jimmy versus Jey feud going for WrestleMania, which I do believe is going to be a match at WrestleMania. It's going to be a very personal match. Brother versus brother. We have had that match before with like Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania 25 and a hardcore, I think it was Extreme Rules match. Wasn't even that good. Well, WWE could have obviously if they're teasing this match and it being so close to Elimination Chamber, they could have already handled that situation for him, and his visa issues could be finished with, and they could have already handled that for him. So I'm hoping they did. And then the main event was Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a bull rope match. Cody Rhodes wins. Maybe they should have had Shinsuke Nakamura win this match. I just don't know why they had Cody Rhodes beat Shinsuke Nakamura the first time around, because ever since this heel turn by Shinsuke Nakamura, he's lost every major feud he's ever been a part of, and he hasn't been made to look like a good, credible heel since turning heel. At least have him win one match against Cody Rhodes, just to give Cody Rhodes some adversity going into WrestleMania, which he totally needs. I think going into WrestleMania, Cody actually does need to lose at least once or twice just to make it seem like, oh wow, he can he win? Will he win at WrestleMania? Will he not win at WrestleMania? Just to get that conversation going. Drew McIntyre would attack Cody Rhodes after the match. Also would help Shinsuke Nakamura attack him from the back. Sami Zayn would then come out. Obviously, we're getting Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre at some point, maybe at WrestleMania, who knows. We also No, I don't think that's gonna. No, that's not happening. No, Cody Rhodes is winning at WrestleMania. No cheating, no outside interference from either Cody or Rock or Roman or whatever. No outside interference, just a straight one-on-one match. No bloodline, nobody, just Rock and Roman. Cody wins clean. Cody wins clean. And then Cody is champion, and then Roman and Rock can do whatever it is they want to do at WrestleMania 41 without the title on the line. Well, Roman versus Rock does not even need to be for the title. They've already made it clear that the match will be for who is really the head of the table for the family, in the family. That's what the feud should be about, and it shouldn't be about a title that The Rock won't win anyways. Even if he does win the match, it shouldn't be for a title. It should just be for who is the real head of the table for the family, for the bloodline. I don't know. I mean, I like Logan Paul. He's cool. I don't have a problem with him. At least he has shown up a lot more than Roman Reigns has in the last few months. At least Logan Paul, even though he may actually be like a part-timer, he actually shows up a lot more than Roman Reigns has. Yeah, he could, but it's not going to happen. That was basically Monday Night Raw. If I had to rate Monday Night Raw, I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was pretty good. Not great, but well, not necessarily. Cena has shown up more than Rock. That was basically because his schedule was free, so we got the chance to have him for at least a month, 2 months, which is basically the most we've ever seen Cena in WWE since his last quote-unquote full-time run in WWE in like 2018. Yeah, even when he came back in like 2014, and then even in 2019, he didn't show up very much, but when he did, it was special. Now on to NXT. We got, obviously, the big thing coming out of, not this weekend, but last weekend, was Carmelo Hayes, coming out of Vengeance Day, was Carmelo Hayes turned heel on Trick Williams, which was obviously going to be the biggest thing coming out of Vengeance Day. Doesn't matter who wins the NXT title, who won the women's title, who won Dusty Cup Classic. The biggest storyline coming out was going to be Carmelo Hayes attacking Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes came out and attacked, and basically verbally attacked Trick Williams and the fans, basically saying that Trick Williams was always supposed to just be his hype man, that he was never supposed to actually be bigger than Carmelo Hayes, that he was never supposed to be bigger than Carmelo Hayes, and that he got jealous that Trick Williams was becoming more popular than him. I'll accept it. And I'll just move on. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, it happened. Let's move on. I'm not gonna do what most people, or one person, will probably expect me to do, because then they would because then they would be completely, because then they'll be completely shocked when I don't do what they expect me to do, which is cry about it, because I'm not. Roman retains at WrestleMania this year. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to be like, okay, it happened. It happened. Let's just move on. Hopefully he gets his shot later on in the year, maybe. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes, I honestly think this is going to be great. Carmelo Hayes is definitely going, this definitely makes Trick Williams an even bigger babyface than he already was. I think he is going to try to do whatever he wants. But you are not going to, yeah, I definitely would consider Moxley a heel. But you are going to show Rock that no, he cannot do whatever he wants. You are the guy that makes the big decisions, creatively. And that it's not up to Roman, and it's not up to Rock. It's up to you. We also got Ilya Dragunov coming out later on in the night. He would come out. He would cut a promo on Carmelo Hayes. He would then call out Carmelo Hayes and tell him, "Come on out, you traitorous son of a B-word." Dijak would actually come out instead. Yeah, I know. I don't even know why that match even happened. Except to maybe set up John Cena's return. We got Dijak would come out, would confront Ilya Dragunov. I do believe Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak should be the match at Stand and Deliver for the NXT Championship. Dijak wins, and then Ilya Dragunov gets sent up to the main roster so we can have him in basically great matches, and maybe we can revisit the Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov feud. I think that would be great. I like Ava Raine, and I do like what she has done so far as a GM. But oh man, what happened with the, because apparently from what I heard, fans were really going hard at Ava Raine just because of her dad. And she's like, guys, can you please, like, keep me out of this? I have nothing to do with this. And then she goes and deactivates her Twitter account because of these attacks on her. And I'm like, God, why? Why do they feel the need to target her simply because she's The Rock's daughter? Do you even think for a second that, wait, maybe she doesn't have anything to do with this? Maybe she doesn't have anything to do with this, which she obviously doesn't. She's busy running an NXT, or at least trying to run NXT, and these people are coming after her for literally no other reason than the fact that she's Rock's daughter. And so it's basically, oh, she's guilty by association. I have no idea. I have no idea. You'd think he'd want it in Australia because it would do great. It's going to be great business for Australia. It'll be the first PLE in Australia since Super Showdown in 2018, which was. I'm surprised he doesn't want it in Australia. But yeah, we got a Thea Hale, Jason Jane promo. They talked about their new calendars for the Chase U calendars. I don't think I'm going to get me one of them. I do not think I'm going to get me one. I'm not sure, actually. When they announce her, they announce her as being from Adelaide, South Australia, which may just be a province of Australia, but I don't know the actual city that she's from. But it does seem like, from the way they've been marketing this, she actually, I think, may be from Perth. So this may be like a hometown thing for her where she comes back and it's her hometown. Although I don't really know. I don't know where she's actually from. It would be interesting to see where she is from. I might have to actually look her up just to see where she's from. Oh, okay. Well, we also got Lola Vice versus Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez was obviously pissed off at Lola Vice for cashing in her Breakouts contract at Vengeance Day. Yeah, fancy word for saying state, basically. And they would have a match here. Roxanne Perez actually does win, even though Tatum Paxley actually tried to interfered in the match by carrying a contract, which I guess was Lola Vice's breakout contract. I don't even know what she was trying to do, but maybe she was just trying to distract Lola Vice, which obviously worked, and Roxanne Perez did win. We also got Fallon Henley and Ren, or whatever her last name is, versus Lash Legend and Dakara Jackson of Metaphor. The heels win. Nothing much really to say. We got Alexis King versus Riley Osborne match. Another match that was like, nothing really special about it. It just happened. Nah, I don't think we're going to do a review of the press conference, because if I wanted to do it, I would have already done it. We also got an Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Idris Onofe and Malik Blade. This was, I guess, a rematch of sorts from like the tag team Dusty Rhodes Classic. Two teams that were in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They sort of ran it back a little bit. It was actually, this match didn't actually get the finish because the Dusty Cup winners would get involved in this match. Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. They can say what they want. It doesn't matter to me. They can say what they want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. Then the main event of NXT was Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak. I think Ilya Dragunov does win this match after Joe Gacy apparently decides to create a distraction for Dijak. I don't know why, but because they had a match at Vengeance Day, it was pretty decent, no disqualification match. But Ilya Dragunov wins. I mean, yeah, I'd say it's better. I mean, maybe even just because it's got more superstars in it. But that just may be my personal preference. Ilya Dragunov wins. If I had to rate NXT this week, wasn't as good as what I have seen in recent weeks. So maybe just a 6 out of 10 for it not being as good as I have seen before. I don't agree with anything that guy says. I don't really agree with anything that guy says. Then we go over to AEW Dynamite. Dynamite this week was actually a very good show. I am not going to lie to you, it was a very good show. We got the first match was a 30-minute draw. Yeah, when it comes to that, there's nothing I really agree with when it comes to Moxley on anything wrestling related. Now, the first match even was a Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. This was for the opportunity to face Samoa Joe at Revolution, which is happening in March. Don't know when in March, but it will happen in March. This went 30 minutes and was a time limit draw. Yeah, you would, since you are head of creative. Although that would be a pretty silly decision on your part. But I would respect it. And I know Moxley probably would, because he would be like, oh, yay, Triple H finally gave us, nose man, Triple H finally gave us something gave me something that I might actually like. And I'm like, oh, okay, come on. We got, this went 30 minutes and it was a draw, and it turned into a time limit draw. So neither man actually won the match. Swerve wanted 5 extra minutes with Hangman so that there would be a true conclusive finish of the match, because he wanted to win the match outright. And then Swerve was like, Swerve, you had to beat me to get your shot at Samoa Joe, but you didn't. And as far as I'm concerned, this is over. You don't get another shot. So screw you. I'm leaving. You ain't getting 5 extra minutes with me. You don't deserve 5 extra minutes with me. Then Tony Schiavone, who was on commentary, would get up and apparently he was just talking with Tony Khan, and Tony Khan apparently says, okay, as of right now, it seems like we have 2 number 1 contenders. So what we're going to get at Revolution is a triple threat match with Swerve, Hangman, and Samoa Joe versus for the title. I can't afford it. I can't afford it right now. Right now I have like $77 on me at the moment, but I can't afford it. I mean, I can probably get the game itself. I could probably get the game for like $30 maybe at a Walmart, but then I'm not going to be able to even get the video game console I would need, because that would be like at least a couple $100 just to get like an Xbox or Wii or whatever you would have to get to play the game in the first place. Unless I went on like Amazon or eBay and got one for like that's like in really good condition used at a cheap price, but that's even like that's even a big if. That's even a big if. That's a big if. But yeah, so we got also a little backstage segment with Undisputed Kingdom. They attacked Chuck Taylor, one of Orange Cassidy's friends. So looks like they might be getting a and it has now been made official. Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong for the international championship at Revolution. I fully expect Roderick Strong to win, because I don't think Orange Cassidy should win this match. I think that Roderick Strong should win. So that's just what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. We also got CMLL. We also got, yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Something positive about Roman: he's managed to keep himself from getting injured like most wrestlers, like some wrestlers do. They just are prone to injuries like a lot. Roman Reigns has kept himself from getting injured a whole lot, and that's great. The only time he was ever really out for an extended period of time for any like real serious reason was for his leukemia, obviously, and that was terrible. I got Stars of CMLL versus Blackpool Combat Club. This was a match that I was like, I'm excited, but then not excited because I don't know if the match is going to be even good. The match was surprisingly good, actually. It was surprisingly good. We got Blackpool Combat Club winning, as I knew they were going to win, and we also, and it doesn't. A little bit, yeah, but then again, it can't be helped because of what happened with Brock Lesnar. It can't be helped. We also got Tony Khan's announcement, and apparently we are getting a special edition of Dynamite coming from Boston called Big Business, and this has gotten people to think, okay, this is where we will see Mercedes Moné debut in AEW. And there was a little bit of a juicy piece. There was also a juicy piece of information, that a juicy nugget that basically confirms it, that Mercedes Moné, on her, I guess on her Twitter account, apparently where you can show the location of like where, I guess where you're from. It has Boston written there, but there's $2 where in the word, and it's the exact same, and it's shown the exact same on the promotional advertising for Big Business. So I think it's a dead giveaway that she debuts in AEW, and she debuts 5 weeks from now at Big Business. That's where she's gonna debut. That's how she's gonna debut, and I'm excited for it. No, I don't expect everybody to just like Cody. I know there's gonna be some people that just don't like him. I know that. And I'm willing to accept that there are people that are just not gonna like Cody. So, but hey, it is what it is. People aren't gonna like Cody. People are gonna like Cody. It's the natural order of things. You like some people, you hate some people. We also got a Chris Jericho versus Konosuke Takeshita. This match went about, I can't remember exactly how long this match really went for, but it was a great match. No, he's not. And besides, it didn't even take Bayley that long to decide who she wanted to face at WrestleMania. Only took her like a week. I don't care for Dave Meltzer. I don't even listen to him at all. So I don't even care for that guy. Let alone do I listen to him at all. I don't. Chris Konosuke Takeshita wins after distractions by the Don Callis family, after interference from the Don Callis family. In the main event of Dynamite this week saw Sting and Darby Allin versus Big Bill and Ricky Starks for the tag titles in a tornado tag team match. Sting and Darby Allin win the match in a great match. Then the EVPs, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, would come out, attack Sting and Darby Allin, and attack Sting's son, who was in the ring with him. Went off the air. If I had to rate AEW Dynamite this week, I would actually rate it, I don't know, I'd actually rate it a 7 out of 10, maybe even a 7.5 out of 10. It was really good. Definitely better than what Monday Night Raw and NXT were, for sure. And now on to SmackDown. SmackDown was also very, very good. I did watch it, so I was able to see what was happening. Obviously, I've been able to watch SmackDown. It's the only show I've been able to watch since it came on Fox. Obviously, I've been telling you guys that. No, I won't. That's Moxley. That's Moxley. And the reason why he would give it a 1 out of 10 is simply for one thing and one thing only. Roman wasn't there. Rock wasn't there. They're making Logan Paul, a supposed part-time champion, wrestle on free TV next week, and a bunch of indie darling midget jobbers on his TV. So that's the only reason why he'd give it a 1 out of 10, but I wouldn't, because it was very good. We got a lot of wrestling, great wrestling. We also got the announcement of the men's Elimination Chamber match, which will be for a shot at Seth Rollins. Obviously, with Cody choosing Roman Reigns, we were going to need a men's chamber match to determine Seth Rollins' opponent. I actually thought... Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will, but also I just don't care to understand why he doesn't like it. The opening match was actually the opener was Triple H. Triple H. Just like you said with Gunther not being everybody's cup of tea, not everybody is gonna like the type of wrestling that we see on TV. Marketplace Boutique, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You guys want to hit that like button, feel free to do so. Currently at 11 likes, which is great. Let's see if we can get up to 12. I like Roman Reigns matches when they're just simply one-on-one, no outside interference, and we have gotten those. We have gotten Roman Reigns matches where there has not been any bloodline interference, and there have been quite a few of them actually. But that was mainly during his first or second year as champion. That was mainly during his first year as champion, because we got a lot of matches during that first year as champion where he did not have any interferences, like WrestleMania Backlash 2021, Daniel Bryan on SmackDown, Big E at Survivor Series 2021. Those were matches where they did not have, or they didn't interfere, where nobody interfered, and I was actually okay with that. Yeah, you were on TV last night. I like Io Sky. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I like Io Sky. We got Triple H opening the show. He took shots at The Rock and Roman Reigns and said he's the one that makes the big decisions, not Rock. It doesn't matter what seat The Rock sits at. He makes the creative decisions, not Rock, not Roman. And so basically, what he books for the shows, that's what goes. I don't think I know anybody that hates her, but then again, hey. Oh, 9 people watching. I appreciate that. I know that's probably going to change and fluctuate from now and when I end the live stream, but thank you. Thank you so much. We then get into the first match, which was Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles, a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre wins in about 10 minutes. It was a great match. LA Knight cost AJ Styles the win, and I don't know why they're giving us. Maybe they're going to give us AJ Styles versus LA Knight at WrestleMania. I don't know. Going into this year's WrestleMania, I thought maybe we were going to get LA Knight versus Logan Paul for the U.S. title. That would be a great match. I think we do get that at WrestleMania. I don't know, but then again, they also are now making Logan Paul and Kevin Owens potentially face off in the chamber with a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, which I don't know why. I thought we were going to be getting a rematch for the US title at Elimination Chamber, with Logan Paul again beating Kevin Owens, which then later sets up Logan Paul versus LA Knight. I don't know. We got a Sami Zayn. Who knows? No, you have not been removed. Suck it to the people who think that. We got a Sami Zayn and Randy Orton interview before their match up later tonight, which would be in the main event. We also got Bianca Belair versus Michin for a spot in the women's Elimination Chamber match. Bianca Belair wins in what was a actually fairly decent match. We also got a backstage segment. I'm not even sure who I would announce to replace you. Maybe Shane McMahon versus maybe Stephanie. I don't know. But I like what you're doing with WWE, so I hope and pray that you never get removed, even though there are some people who wish it to happen. We got a backstage segment with Braun Breaker talking to Triple H. Paul Heyman would come in and would talk to Triple H, and it's now pretty much been made official. Rock and Roman Reigns will be at SmackDown next week. More than likely, we're going to have them talking with Triple H at some point during the show. I like it. We got a backstage segment with The Pride, which is Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, and now B-Fab, sending a message to the Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and his wife Scarlett, AOP, and Paul Ellering. So that's, don't know where they're going to go with this feud, but it should be good. We also got a backstage segment with Dirty Dominic Mysterio talking about his Elimination Chamber qualifying match, how he's going to win the Chamber and go to WrestleMania and take the title off Seth Rollins, which is not going to happen, obviously, but he's a heel, so he's got to play it up. And KO comes in and says, "Oh, did you not know? I'm your opponent in the qualifying match for Elimination Chamber." Maybe that could actually happen. That could happen, Joe. You never know what's going to happen in WWE. Then R-Truth comes in and immediately just mistakes KO for The Miz. And when is R-Truth never not funny? When is R-Truth never not funny? It's great. It is great. We also got a tag team match, obviously, British Strong Style, of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne versus DIY, with a shot at the undisputed tag team titles on the line. I'd love to see that. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that, Triple H, but I don't know if that's what we need. But I'm not gonna hate on that. Not gonna hate on that at all. We also got so basically British Strong Style win, and they will now be getting a match for the undisputed tag team titles at Elimination Chamber. Now, as far as this match goes, this match was by far one of the best matches of the entire night. I actually came into this match thinking DIY was actually going to win, because I thought they were going to get the shot at the tag team titles and they were going to win. Not to say that I don't like British Strong Style. I love Pete Dunne. I love Tyler Bate. But I just felt like DIY has a better chance. I just feel like they have a better chance of beating Judgment Day for the tag team titles. But this match between British Strong Style and DIY was great for however long for the amount of time that it was, about 8 minutes, a little more than 8 minutes. And Butch is no longer here. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. It's now Pete Dunne again, which I love because Pete Dunne Butch now actually gets to use his real name again, which I still don't know why WWE decided to give Pete Dunne a makeover anyways, because we all know it was Vince's idea. And from what I have learned, Vince McMahon actually never expected Pete Dunne to actually wrestle in the brawling boot with the brawling boots. He was supposed to be the guy that just attacks people and is more like the vicious attack dog kind of character where he just attacks people out of nowhere sometimes, but never actually wrestles. Like he gets physical with wrestlers, but just never wrestles a match. And I'm like, okay, back the tractor trailer up. One of your best wrestlers, probably, one of your best wrestlers potentially, and you're not even gonna have him wrestle like ever. Like, no, that's stupid. And I'm sorry if you think that is best for business. Then we got the main event, Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn, another qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton wins in about 10 minutes. It was a great match. Yeah, in Vince's eyes, obviously. Thank God he's no longer there. Randy Orton wins in about 10 minutes. Great match for what it was. I actually didn't know who was going to win this one. I thought they may let Sami Zayn win because Randy Orton is still sort of recovering from his injury, I'm sure. So I didn't know if they would have wanted him to be in the Elimination Chamber. But he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber, and I'm not mad at that. Yeah, Drew, we all know Drew's winning the Chamber, and he's going to face Seth Rollins and potentially win. But then that bears the question, what happens with Drew going forward? Does he sign a new contract? Because from what I have heard, he still has not signed a new contract, which I don't know if he already has or if he hasn't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes, that was Friday Night SmackDown. If I had to rate Friday Night SmackDown, 7 out of 10. It was a very good show. I liked it. Not much story. Well, we also got Bayley's promo where she talked about how all she ever wanted was for Damage Control to be the best in WWE. Noseman. We got Bayley's promo. Dakota Kai came out, and apparently Dakota Kai is now siding with Bayley, but for how long? I didn't. I said how he was upset about how Triple H and Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce were making him wrestle a match for the Elimination Chamber match, and how he's already qualified because of, not just because he qualified for the Chamber, but because he's qualified to be in the Chamber without having to qualify for the Chamber. Doesn't make much sense, but it is what it is. Dakota Kai is apparently on Bayley's side, but for how long? I don't have to talk about every single thing that happened on the show, because if I did, then I'd be way past an hour and 23 minutes, maybe. But yeah, that basically ended the show, and I can't wait to see what the Elimination Chamber match. I can't wait to see the Elimination Chamber match. I can't wait to see Elimination Chamber, period. If I had to rate SmackDown, like I said, I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. Well, guys, oh my gosh. Yeah, probably. Because I actually would not. I don't think that's going to happen. No, I'm sorry. I don't think there are going to be any interferences in the Cody versus Roman match. Now, as far as what I think is going to happen, I think we're going to get it's already going in the direction that I think it's going in, which is another WrestleMania 30 moment. It's going somewhat in the same direction that I saw WrestleMania 30 happen, where Cody Rhodes could wind up having to face The Rock night 1 in the main event, and then he goes on to face Roman Reigns in night 2. That's where I could see this going. But yeah, I'm pretty much done now. It's over an hour 25 minutes. This very well may be my longest live stream ever. The longest I've ever been on a live stream ever. An hour and 25 minutes. That has to be a record for the longest I've ever gone for a live stream. But that's it. Thank you guys for showing up. 13 likes. That is incredible. May also be a record for the most likes I've ever gotten on a live stream while I was live. Yes, I did hear about that today. Oh man, I'm so sad to hear that. Damn, I'm shocked, and I'm praying for Maurice. And thanks, Dro, and thank you, Dro, for coming. None of you guys have to come to my live streams, but I appreciate that you do, and means a lot to me. So thank you for that. And I will see you guys whenever I decide to go live for another live stream. It may be some other time, some other day this week for a workout live stream. Who knows? Definitely you'll be seeing me next week, next Saturday, for another Wrestling Weekend Review live stream. And that's it. I'll see you guys later. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I didn't hear about that. Man, that is tough. But yeah, I will see you guys later. And until next time, peace. Bye, guys.